Judy Obregon, a true animal lover from Texas, faced a life-changing moment about 8 years ago. While driving near Echo Lake in Fort Worth, she noticed something heartbreaking: a stray dog wandering alone. Then, as she drove further, she saw another, and soon realized that Echo Lake had become a tragic dumping ground for unwanted pets. Dogs were being abandoned, left to starve and die, with no one to care for them. But Judy couldn't just drive past and ignore what she saw. Compassion took over, and that day, she stopped and rescued her first dog, beginning a journey that would span nearly a decade. That first rescue was not easy. Judy had to gain the dog's trust, which took patience and persistence. For a week, she returned to the area to feed the dog, slowly earning its confidence. Finally, after days of cautious interaction, the dog allowed her to take it with her to safety. This experience ignited a deep commitment in Judy to help as many animals as she could. That single act of kindness became the start of a mission that would see her rescuing hundreds of dogs over the years. 8 years after that first rescue, Judy continued her selfless work, regularly returning to Echo Lake, a place that had become notorious for pet abandonment. During one of her visits, she spotted a 6-month-old puppy that immediately caught her attention. The dog was crying, clearly frightened, and walking in a strange, limping manner. Despite its fear, there was something hopeful in its eyes, as though it knew Judy was there to help. This young pup, like so many before it, was desperate to escape the horrors of the lake, where it had likely been abandoned and left to fend for itself. Judy knew the drill well by this point. She approached the scared puppy slowly, offering food and gentle words of encouragement. The dog was wary but didn't resist her help. This time, unlike her first rescue, it didn't take long to convince the puppy to leave the lake and follow her to safety. There was an undeniable sense of relief in the dog, as if it knew it was being saved from an otherwise grim fate. Judy had seen this look before, countless times, in the eyes of the many dogs she had rescued over the years. Judy's rescue efforts didn't stop at just taking these dogs off the streets. She dedicated herself to ensuring that every dog she saved received proper medical care, rehabilitation, and ultimately, a loving home. Over the years, her work expanded, and she became known for her unwavering dedication to rescuing animals from dire situations. What started as a single act of compassion grew into a mission that saved the lives of hundreds of animals. Since that first rescue, Judy has personally saved over 300 dogs, finding each one a new, loving home. However, Judy's journey wasn't always filled with happy endings. Among the many dogs she saved, there were those who didn't make it. Some had been so badly neglected or abused by their previous owners that their injuries were too severe to heal. Judy often encountered the remains of dogs that had been dumped and left to die, victims of cruelty and neglect. These heartbreaking discoveries only fueled her determination to rescue as many dogs as she could. Every time she found another animal in need, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. Despite the emotional toll that these experiences took on her, Judy never gave up. She continued to return to Echo Lake, sometimes finding dogs alive and in need of rescue, and other times facing the tragic reality of those she could not save. But for every loss, there was a victory, and those victories were what kept her going. Seeing a dog transform from a scared, abandoned creature into a healthy, happy pet in a new home made all the hardships worthwhile. Judy's work over the past 8 years has become a beacon of hope for animals in need. Her efforts have not only saved lives, but have also inspired others to take action. She has raised awareness about the cruelty of pet abandonment and has encouraged others to adopt, foster, or contribute to animal welfare causes. Through her work, she has shown that one person can make a profound difference in the lives of countless animals. Today, Judy continues her mission, tirelessly rescuing animals from Echo Lake and beyond. Her story is a powerful reminder that compassion and determination can change the world, one life at a time. For the dogs she has saved, Judy Obregon is nothing short of a hero. Her legacy will forever be one of kindness, courage, and an unwavering commitment to giving a voice to the voiceless. After witnessing the tragic sight of so many dead and abandoned dogs in a particular area, Judy Obregon could no longer stand idly by. The heartbreaking reality of these animals being left to die pushed her into action. She felt compelled to do something bigger than just rescuing a dog here and there. The week Judy first saved her first dog was an eventful one. Word quickly spread about her efforts, and soon, other people from the area began approaching her, sharing stories of abandoned dogs they had seen. People started coming up to me, telling me about other dogs that had been dumped. Obregon said. They gave me the locations where the dogs were left. The community was concerned, realizing how widespread the problem of pet abandonment had become. Judy's efforts were beginning to shine a spotlight on an issue that had long been ignored. And so, the Abandoned Ones Animal Rescue was born in Texas. It wasn't just a rescue organization. It became a movement, a wake-up call for people to stop abandoning their pets and start taking action. Judy's work encouraged others in the community to contribute in any way they could, whether it was helping to rescue dogs, reporting abandoned animals, or providing donations to support the cause. Her mission was to save as many lives as possible, but she couldn't do it alone. The ripple effect of her work inspired others to step up and be part of the solution. One day, Judy encountered a particularly heartbreaking case that encapsulated the urgency of her work. She was patrolling the infamous dumping site, a desolate area where people often left their unwanted pets to fend for themselves. Among the tall grass, Judy spotted a small movement. As she got closer, she saw a little dog, a puppy, lying there with a shoelace tied tightly around its neck. The poor pup had been tethered to a fence, left to die with no hope of survival. The puppy, later named Callie, had clearly suffered from neglect. She was limping, and her sad, whimpering cries echoed through the quiet landscape. It was clear she had been someone's pet before being abandoned in such a heartless manner. Callie's eyes were filled with fear and confusion, but the moment Judy knelt down to comfort her, the puppy's demeanor softened. She nuzzled into Judy, seeking warmth and affection. For the first time in who knows how long, Callie had someone to snuggle with. Judy's ability to calm Callie down was remarkable. The frightened pup quickly realized that this was not just another human who would leave her behind. Judy wasn't going anywhere, and Callie's relief was palpable. The way the dog responded to her rescuer, snuggling close and seeking comfort, was a powerful testament to the deep bond that can form between a human and an animal in need. Callie's story didn't end with that rescue. After being taken to safety, she was given the medical attention she needed and slowly began to recover from her ordeal. Her limp, caused by the tight shoelace around her neck, began to heal. With each passing day, Callie grew stronger, not only physically but emotionally. She went from a terrified, abandoned puppy to a lively, affectionate dog, thanks to the care and compassion she received. The rescue of Callie, like so many others Judy had undertaken, highlighted the importance of her work. The Abandoned Ones Animal Rescue was not just about saving animals from immediate danger. It was about restoring their faith in humanity and giving them a chance at a new, better life. Over the years, Judy has saved countless dogs like Callie, each one with a story of pain and survival, but also hope. After Judy freed Callie, the pup, still shaken from her ordeal, walked up to her rescuer, leaned in, and gave her a gentle kiss on the cheek. It was as if Callie knew she had been saved and was ready to leave her painful past behind. Judy, deeply touched by the gesture, saw the dog begin to relax in her presence. From that moment, Callie's journey to recovery had begun. The next step was getting Callie to a vet to ensure she was healthy and to determine if she needed any medical treatment. Judy knew that Callie had likely been left at the site intentionally, given that she had been tied to a fence. The saddest part, Judy said, is that even when Callie managed to break free from the string, she stayed in the same spot, as if waiting for the people who abandoned her to return. At the vet's office, Callie was thoroughly examined, and the first thing they checked was whether she had a microchip. But there was none. Fortunately, she turned out to be in relatively good health, though understandably frightened. One thing that was immediately apparent, however, was Callie's big appetite. After going so long without proper food, she was eager to fill her belly and start healing, both physically and emotionally. Judy couldn't help but feel overwhelmed with emotion as she reflected on Callie's story. "Dogs like this make me cry all the time," Judy said. "They are just so forgiving. I can see it in her eyes." She continued, "I always wonder how they find the strength to carry on and trust people again after everything they've been through." Judy, like many others, is often moved by the resilience and ability of animals to forgive, even after being abandoned and mistreated. It didn't take long before Callie was placed in a foster home with a loving caretaker. The little pup, who had once been abandoned and left to fend for herself, now had a warm bed to sleep in and a family to care for her. Her foster mom quickly fell in love with Callie's sweet nature, and the pup was also welcomed by her new furry siblings, other dogs in the home who had been rescued and given a second chance at life. Callie, who had once been tied to a fence and forgotten, was now part of a family that would nurture her and give her the love she deserved. Callie's transformation was remarkable. In a short span of time, she went from a scared, abandoned pup to a joyful and affectionate dog, thanks to the compassion and dedication of Judy and her rescue efforts. Her journey is just one of many examples of the life-changing work Judy has been doing for years. Every dog she rescues has its own story, filled with heartbreak and hope, but what remains constant is Judy's unwavering commitment to giving these animals a new lease on life. What makes Callie's story so touching is her ability to trust and love again, despite the cruelty she endured. Her journey from the moment Judy found her, tied to a fence, to the day she snuggled up with her new foster family, is a reminder of the power of compassion and second chances. Judy's work has not only saved hundreds of dogs, but has also inspired countless people to become involved in rescuing and fostering animals in need. Thanks to Judy Obregon, Callie is now thriving in a loving home where she is cared for every day. At her foster home, Callie quickly adapted under the care of Tara Webb, learning essential skills like house training and walking on a leash. She also became more social with other dogs, blossoming into a happy, well-behaved pup. Her transformation was shared on the rescue's Facebook page with a post featuring a radiant Callie. Callie's journey continued when she went on a trial sleepover with a family. The rescue soon shared an exciting update. "My sleepover turned into forever. Super exciting." Callie had found her forever home, complete with loving parents and furry siblings. Her transformation, from an abandoned, scared puppy to a cherished family member, was remarkable. Judy Obregon, founder of the Abandoned Ones Animal Rescue, TAO, believes that every animal matters. Her dedication to saving dogs like Callie and educating others about responsible pet ownership drives her work. Callie's story highlights the importance of compassion and the power of second chances. For those inspired, there are many ways to support organizations like TAO, whether through donations, fostering, or volunteering. Thanks to Judy, Tara Webb, and Callie's adoptive family, Callie now has the happy life she deserves. A testament to hope, love, and new beginnings.